Hey there, I'm meteorologist Vin Crosby from the Weather Show at Vin Crosby here on YouTube. It's been a while, and finally, there's some weather to talk about. It has been an incredibly boring summer. It has been a smoky summer, and that's what we're talking about tonight because changes are underway. First things first, have you noticed anything different? Probably not. I've lost like 35 pounds. Yeah, had some health issues and had to lose some weight, and I did, and been running, and it's been treacherous, strenuous, that's the word, tedious, but just watching the diet, do a little running, so I'm happy, I feel better, and it's not a fun thing to do, though, so all is well in the health world. I want to let everybody know that life is good, and so here I am again after a nice, long, hot summer, as we've all been experiencing. What we haven't been experiencing is a nice cool shot of refreshing air. Now, we had a little bit last week. This past week I went on vacation up in the mountains. If you've seen my previous video, you knew where I was at, up on Brundage Reservoir, doing some fly fishing. It was wonderful, but it got chilly. Temperatures dropped down into the 30s one night with that shot of cool air back up there. But then, of course, the heat built back in. And then this mess continued. All the smoke poured back in. You can see the haze and the smoke out there. The orange sun will be around tonight at sunset. Not so tomorrow night. And we'll talk about that coming up. So I dove in and did some weather research to see how many smoky days we actually had this summer so far, and here's what I found here in the Treasure Valley. This is off the Boise National Weather Service site and how we track the days. So in April we had one smoke day, but things started going downhill as soon as May this year and June. 6 days both months. But July, as we all know, was miserable. That was the big winner. 18 smoky days in July. 18. Unbelievable. August hasn't been that much better. We're already up to 6, coming into the halfway point. And as you'll see, even with the forecast break in the smoke and how much clearing are we going to get, there's still some smoke back in the forecast. So we're going to clarify with you just how much smoke is going to be in the Treasure Valley and how much will clear out to give us a little break here from the smoky conditions over the next couple of days. So the satellite picture is across the west. And look at that veil of smoke stretching from all the fires in California, especially California, back into Oregon. You can see smoke coming up there in the satellite picture in Washington State as well. All of that draping across the Rockies, getting back into the plains. Now, this veil of smoke has been around for quite some time. If you watched any of my good friend Curtis Sawyer's coverage out there at Sturgis, it was just miserable. He even lost his voice there. And, breathing this crud in is just not healthy. That's why we've had all the air quality indexes and all that go through the roof. That is going to change, at least in the short term, here. Now, if we zoom in across the northwest, we can also see exactly where some of those fires are. Now, that's important. We have this great forecast model that actually does a good job of showing the smoke forecast in the atmosphere and where it's going. So let me put this into motion, and you can clearly see the reds across the whole of the Rockies. That's your thickest smoke. And then once the cool air kind of pushes in on your Tuesday and Tuesday night, you can see a lot of the smoke dissipates. We get a nice break from the smoke as this next system kind of pushes on through and drops in across the region. So that's some good news. The bad news, if you pay close attention to that model, the system that's causing the cool air to move in actually rotates through and picks up more smoke through Washington and Oregon, and that kind of rotates back on through. So we're going to see more smoke come back into play on Wednesday. As soon as Wednesday, it probably is not going to be immediately as thick and as nasty as it has been, but we're not out of the woods yet. And also the temperatures are going to take a nice dive. First things first, check out some of the precipitation. Doesn't look like we're going to see any rain showers from this system that moves on through, at least in southwest Idaho. But across the northwest, you can see there will be numerous showers, especially going down into Salt Lake City, back up into northern Idaho, around Washington State, and going over into Montana. So sadly, there'll be more lightning-induced fires possibly through those areas as well. Now the temperatures, that's the other big story. It's going to feel so nice Tuesday night to open the windows and get some refreshing air and cool air coming in. How cool will it be? Here's the model forecast again, showing you the nice push of all the red, the heat, out of the area, and the blue coming back into play as some nice cool temperatures settle on in, especially in the overnight hours, and then rebound to cooler temperatures in the daytime hours for Tuesday and again going into Wednesday. As a matter of fact, going in towards, tonight, we'll have temperatures in the 60s, only around 80 degrees for the high temperature on your Tuesday, and then Tuesday night, how about 54 degrees? 54 degrees around the Treasure Valley, and there's Boise at 54. So some outlying areas will be even cooler than that. And then going in towards around 11 o'clock in the morning on your Wednesday, only back up around 70 degrees. So I've been doing some running up to around 8 miles nonstop. And yes, I did run in the heat. And yes, I did run in the smoke. And it wasn't a smart thing to do. But you got to do what you got to do. I can't wait to go running in the nice, refreshing, cool air that's going to be around. So there you have it. A nice little break in the action. So it looks like we're going to drop in the haze. Tomorrow night, this will be a whole different picture out here across the Treasure Valley. I hope things are going well for you. The only thing I really have to complain about is, the hot temperatures and heat blisters on the lips. But for the most part, life is good on this end. I hope it is on your end as well, especially in the chaos and the craziness that's going on across the country right now. Temperatures are going to take a dip and then rebound. We're not done with the heat, but I think we're starting to turn a corner at least going in towards the middle and end of August. Coming up, people have been asking me about when am I going to do my snow forecast for the season. That's coming up, so we're going to dive into that as soon as things start to unfold. First things first, right? Let's get rid of the smoke and the heat across the region. So thanks for watching the Weather Show with Vin Crosby. I can already feel the smoke and the crud that's out here affecting my voice here tonight. So I am going to cut this a little short. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't so. Thank you to our new subscribers. Steve, I know you subscribed today. Thank you so much. And leave a comment in the section below about what you are going to see or how has the smoke been affecting you. And maybe the joy of the smoke-free Treasure Valley that's about to embark upon us. All right, so that's all I got here for you tonight. Hopefully my mic didn't cut out. It looks like things are all operational here. Again, smoke clearing on out. That's the big story. The only weather story I really can bring you, because there really hasn't been a whole lot to talk about this summer other than my losing weight, which I feel real good. Below 200 pounds for the first time in a very, very long time. I was up around 235. Blood pressure went through the roof, cholesterol through the roof, you name it. So if you're dealing with those issues, even was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, tackle it head on. Do what you have to do to stay healthy. Thanks for watching the Weather Show with Vin Crosby here on YouTube.